The heart of your reading is the Page of Swords. Who are you spying on? Eight of Cups. Ooh. Somebody walked away from a situation, but I feel like it's because there's some sort of deeper hidden truth that may need to be said. Something needs to be said. But I feel like the situation is this. The blunt truth will come. You may need to say the truth, but how you receive the truth is another story, Mo. No. Listen. The heart of your reading is the Queen of Swords. Y'all feeling like, honesty warriors right now. It's just like making sure people come at you with the doggone truth. You may be backtrack. You may be performing your own damn background check, some people right now. Especially when it comes to the person that you want to build this future with. Now, the Empress is someone that is obviously divine feminine, right? Someone that's creative, someone that's nurturing, that's very patient in a way. Nurturing, like I said before. But this person's also super creative. And I feel like you guys are creative individuals, period. This is the card for Taurus. And you have the card for Taurus. You also have the card for Libra, Virgo. Excuse me. Libra, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. There we go. Goodness gracious, I couldn't get the doggone signs right. The Queen of Swords here, obviously. And I feel like the situation is this. Now, the Queen of Swords is considered the barren queen. She can't have kids of her own because, I don't know, for some reason, she's considered to be the barren queen. And it's very ironic that this card will be crossing her. Because if this person's having children, or trying to have children, they're coming into complications. That's just like a side story that I'm seeing, y'all. This may not resonate with everybody. I feel like for some of you guys are trying to have children, you're trying to figure out what you can do to have kids, or you guys are looking at other means of having a child, which is adoption, surrogate mothers, etc., etc. Okay. Now, if this has nothing to do with babies, which, probably most likely is, if for those of you watching, this has to do primarily with who you see as someone that's going to be not only loyal, liable, but honest, but someone that you can build and create a future with. Now, with the Queen of Swords, she's very logical, she's very communicative, she's good at communicating, but what's crossing here is the Empress, which is obviously creativity. And that's very interesting. I feel like either this person I don't think this person is incapable of creating something. The problem is it's like you're too logical right now and you're not allowing yourself to be very creative. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the thing. If you tap into your creative side, things would be a lot easier for you. What the hell's going on here? Sorry, y'all. I thought I saw something fly over my face, and that was weird. It was huge, but whatever. But that's the thing. I feel like the logical aspect right now is taking control of the feminine creative energy at the moment. It's hard to be creative if you're being logical. If you're being very logical. Like not even allow you're not allowing your creative side to come out. Now in the past you have the Knight of Cups. That's a really creative energy in itself. Wands is more creative, but the Knight of Cups, that's someone that's very focused on how they feel, what they want. They're very focused on what they want. They're very focused on how they feel as well. But they also can oscillate, change. This makes them very inconsistent. Not necessarily unreliable, just inconsistent. But the thing is, too, though, that the United Cups could be someone that someone that is a friend that maybe wants more, or somebody that you just already know from someone that you're very familiar with this individual, may have flirted before once or twice, and you have some sort of connection. There's something romantic between you and this individual that's it can't be denied. This also is about the ideal partner, and I feel like this is your ideal partner here, the Knight of Cups. I feel like you had an idea what that looks like, but it's about pursuing this person now, right? Because you know who you want. Back then, Knight of Cups, you knew what your eyes were on, you knew what you were focusing on, you knew what your desire was, and I feel like this Two of Wands is the situation that you're facing now. Who is this? Well, how are you gonna make this person, how are you going to get this person to know that this is you, that you are they are who you want to pursue. Because right now, it's about making a decision about what to do, how to act, etc. And I feel like that creative aspect of it is kind of going. It's gone because you're looking at the Queen of Swords aspect. Now, if this is someone that you know, and there may have been some sort of situation where there was the Eight of Cups, where somebody... Why is the Eight of Cups coming up? Because of the Four of Swords, the time of rest. You know you didn't... What? Oh, the Two of Swords. Oh gosh, is that the King of Wands underneath there? It is. It's the King of Wands. So, I feel like, yeah, okay. Alright. For some of y'all, it may have been like this, right? It may have been like you guys had a situation where you needed some time to deal with yourself, to handle your situation on your own. And you kind of needed to do that on your own, to find your own confidence, find your own creativity, your own power, your own everything. And I feel like it may have been like... It may not have been the most ideal way of doing something, but I feel like you guys obviously can't dismiss the truth about the situation, which is that you perhaps still have feelings for this person. I feel like the problem is that it's just more so than anything, it's about the coming clean part, or explaining a situation. Because the Page of Swords is honest to a fault. Is the clear-cut truth. And the Queen of Swords likes that shit. That is her kid, by the way. And I feel like for some of you guys, it may be just kind of like... It may be hard for you to either to express this to someone, or to, take action or make a decision at the moment, because perhaps you feel like this person, this Queen of Swords, will cut down the opportunity at all. And the reason why I definitely say that is because of the Four of Cups. It's not straight up rejection, but it's like waiting for a response, not being sure what to do, focusing on the Three of Cups. And I feel like if you constantly stay at this Two of Swords in a situation where you're looking and you're stuck at a crossroads, you can't move forward, yeah, there's nothing going to be created here. In a way, I feel like there's a lot of focus on, obviously, like I was saying before, she's very logical and is suppressing the creative side. And I feel like if you're paying attention too much on what's fact and what's not, being too logical, being too, logic-minded at the moment, instead of just going with how you feel, going with what you want, going by what your emotions are saying to you, and using that as truth, yeah, it can kind of get you to a place where you feel stuck. Even then, that passion will kind of die. Because the Four of Cups talks about apathy. You know what I'm saying? So I do get this feeling for a lot of you guys that this indecision is being really analyzed to the damn T, and you may not need to do all that. It's almost like it's kind of looking like you guys are trying to find ways to stay where you are, so you don't have to do so you don't have to take a risk. But I feel like you guys do. You're not afraid of anything, because the Queen of Swords is fearless. She's not afraid of anything. So I don't think it's fear. I just think it's like, I'm having a feeling like if you're trying, I don't know, is it worth it? Is it worth coming outside of your comfort zone? Nine of Pentacles talks about stability, so it talks about kind of being trapped in your comfort zone here. Not really, feeling it anymore. Like, you feel good where you are. You've developed so much, you've grown so much, you've made so much happen in your life, but it's kind of boring because you're by yourself. You did it. The Wheel of Fortune is coming up with the Two of Wands too, in your external energy. But the Nine of Pentacles to me as your goal and ambition is that you want to feel like you do want to, I think you already feel confident in yourself. Nine of Swords wouldn't be the heart of it, the Empress. I don't think that you have a problem with confidence. I think it's more of just like knowing when to purge, when to come out of your safe space and to just take action. Nothing has to be serious. There's no pentacles here saying that there's a, the only thing that's serious right now is making a lighthearted decision. But the Wheel of Fortune is saying this is you have a new opportunity here, and it's based off of what you decide. You're not deciding anything. You're not making a decision, and it's based off of what? Truth. Yours or someone else's? How do you feel about those options? That's what's going to help you create, not logic. I mean, it's good to help structure shit, but logic can only get you so far. Now, your outcome is the 7 of Cups, which is fantasy. And this is something I actually don't mind. It's uncertainty. You have options that you have to decide, and they don't necessarily guarantee something stable. And I don't think that's a problem for you because you already have the 9 of Pentacles here. Your goal is to be very confident and stable within yourself and feel like, wherever you are and wherever you go, you could feel pretty confident and stable in anything that you're doing because you don't need it from anybody else. And I feel like you do that by testing yourself first. You do that by putting yourself in situations where there is no 100% guarantee. You don't have to be logical about it. Just allow yourself to daggone dream. Because the 7 of Cups is like 7 of Cups, 9 of Cups. There's the Queen of Swords here. Like, there's no dreaming. There's a lot of thinking. Okay, let's see what your romance angels are trying to tell you this week. These next 2 weeks. It's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. I agree with that. You trapped yourself in a gilded cage, and it's based off of you're holding on to too much to this. To the way you're thinking, to the way that you've been for so long. Yes, it's been helpful in some degree, but it's now a creative adventure. You have a new opportunity here, and it's on hold because you are not making a decision, and it's because it's not logical. Go with what you feel. Don't think about what you need to think about. Don't start doing math when it comes to dreams. Unless your dream is to be a mathematician or scientist, even then. They still dream, they still think of possibilities and do experiments to see if that proves it. Let's see what's going on. What's with the messenger of... Alright then, you guys got 2. And it says embrace the feminine and surrender to the flow. No more resistance, Capricorns. No more resistance. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to do all those things. Because right now, instead of instead of just allowing yourself to dream, you hold yourself up. You have a new opportunity. Who cares? Just do it. Now, surrender to the flow. That means don't resist. Don't resist the feelings. Go with how you feel. Go in the moment. Then you have embraced your feminine, which is very Empress-like anyway, which is pretty much to allow your creativity to purge, allow that soft feminine energy to flow through you. I know your ruling planet is very masculine in South Saturn, right? The father, right? It's very Emperor-like, so it may be very hard for you guys to kind of transition yourself to the feminine, to kind of be like, okay, it doesn't have structure, it doesn't have this. And you can apply the structure after you figure out what it is that you that you want to do that feels good, right? It can be very hard, but you gotta try, right? There's no harm in trying first. You can do all your Saturn rules, Saturnian stuff later, but right now it's not about that. It's Venus retrograde. You're not going to be masculine at the moment. I know your masculine energy is going to want to purge out. Be like, okay, we the strongest ones now. But like, no. Venus is getting revamped. You got to dive in. Especially in Scorpio, you got to dive in deep. That means you have to be honest with yourself. about how you feel. Queen of Swords is honest about how she feels. But she does logic herself out of situations. Don't do that. I would highly suggest not doing that. It's safe for you to imagine. It's safe for you to dream. It's safe for you to love. It's safe for you to have an aspiration and go for it.